kept your composure and got the way to keep the fight to win the game?
Yeah, I think they did a good job, and answering some of the runs. I think that most of the game we were doing best we could to try to protect the paint and willing to live with some of the perimeter stuff. And then they started firing them like crazy there late and making a few, which moves the scoreboard pretty fast. But yeah, I really think that we made some good passes late. We got the ball where we wanted it to go, but then double teams were coming, and we had a couple dish offs to Yabu, KJ. Interior passing, which wasn't that great earlier in the game, was pretty good down the stretch.
What do you think the most important thing that Paul brings is to the structure of your offense?
Well, just the ability to create offense. Right, he can take shots, he can draw multiple defenders, and he can pass. Right, so I think he's. I don't know how many assists he had, but he had to have. Yeah, so he's able to score in multiple ways, right? Like he's good in some isolations. He's good off pin downs. We threw him in the post there for a while. Ended up, passing the first one out for a layup and then scoring the next one. And he can also, the big thing is like, when you can shake somebody down when you're covered and look them in the eye and nail a three. Those are baskets that teams make in the NBA, right? To have a guy that can do that is important.
How huge was KJ tonight? Just what he was
Yeah, huge. Yeah, awesome. I think again he gets a really long run because he was just in the right place at the right time. Enables us to switch because he can guard big and on the perimeter. But again, really good job of finding openings on the cuts and going up for some difficult passes at the rim and finding a way to get them in the bucket.
You already referenced it earlier, but what did you see out of the front court of KJ and Gershon, and just the way they kind of played off each other, especially late?
Yeah, I think it was a really good combo tonight. I think Drum had a real solid game as well, and it was good to get all three of them. Again, I think Yabu just does his job every night. He's just really solid every night. Drum was again, big rebounding, and of course KJ had a great game.
Any update on Caleb?
No, he could have played in the second half, but he was sore, tweaked his ankle there a little bit. He could have gone. He was ready to go back and play, but just kind of again ended up a little bit like KJ's playing so well. Kelly's rebounding the ball and playing solid. Jared didn't have a very good first half, but we gave him his second half shot, and he played again a little bit better in the second half, so we didn't really have to go to him. Yeah.
KJ's jump shot is something that comes up a lot in terms of his development. Where have you seen him grow offensively outside of his jumper?
Well, he's kind of doing, his kind of slashing, cutting, driving left game has always kind of been his forte, right? So I think it's a big difference that I don't know if you guys feel, but like now when it gets swung over to him and he's open in the corner and he rises up to shoot, I feel like he's going to make them now, right? And I'm not sure we felt that way a year ago. Right, you're kind of like, if he makes it, you're kind of a little bit hoping there, but I feel pretty confident now, and he's going to get a couple, 2 or 3 or even more a game because teams are still going to, try to plug the lane off him. So it's not that bad, especially if he's going to shoot him with some confidence to always have kind of somewhere to throw the ball if the paint's totally packed with everybody, right?
Franz got off to such a terrific start, but it seemed like as the game wore on, you guys kind of were able to corral him like a little bit for a stretch.
Yeah.
So I think you kind of were able to do.
Well, not much. I think he's really good, man. I think that you're right. He figures out kind of what spot he's gonna get to, and he makes every range of shot, right? And that's kind of the hard part. He'll take it to 4 feet, he'll take it to 8 feet, he'll take it to 12. He'll kind of shake you and step back, and for some reason he kind of makes you sit down and freeze on the 3 balls, the step backs. That's kind of when he starts dancing with it a little bit. You gotta rush him a little bit for whatever reason. His rhythm is kind of got you off balance. But and again, they make it really tough because they run a lot of stuff that gets him turning the corner, kind of in the elbow area. And And the hard part about it is he's so big, he's a great passer too. So if you're jumping out, if you're cheating a little too much, boom, he's right back to the big, and those bigs finish. So it was a challenge. We again had to cover a lot of different ways and a lot of different people, but our defense was very good tonight, right? It was very good. I think guys were really in tune with all of it, tonight. Yep.
Did Orlando kind of stalled your offense out a little bit in the game by
Huh?
blitzing? Did Orlando stalled your
Yeah.
offense out by blitzing Tyrese in both halves? And it kind of seemed like you guys broke through a little bit when the screener was either Paul or Jared, a small pick and roll. I guess when those moments happen, like what triggers you to sort of go with a smaller guy in that?
Yeah, again, I think you're right. You feel a little bit of stall going on, and then you just decide to do something different, right? I think we tried to do some fast, small stuff, and that was giving us a few angles. That's how Jared got downhill a couple times. Then we started to go, the last 5 minutes, we started going Paul and Tyrese and to see if we could create an advantage there, and it basically got the ball to Paul in what we felt was an advantage situation, and then he either had to generate a shot or make a play out of it if they sent somebody else to him. So it's pretty good. I thought he controlled everything really well. I think maybe down the stretch he was getting a little tired, but he did a good job. Yeah.
Is this the first time you really felt like you guys have some momentum going? You've won 3 of 4. And
Yeah. I mean, listen, I think again, go back probably 7 games, 6 of them we played very well. Right, I would have liked to. Again, I said before the game, we went 3-3. Should have probably snuck one of the other ones that went down to the wire. So yeah, I don't know. Be nice to keep it going. Again, I just think they're playing. They're together. There's good spirit. The energy's good. The defense has certainly gotten a lot better. Our menu of what we can do defensively is getting bigger all the time. We played 2 different zones again tonight. We played 3 different zones the other night. Switching, blitzing, all this stuff. They're starting to help each other a lot more on defense and being more aware. All right, thanks everybody.